Hello everyone, my name is Shubham Sagar. So in my History through NCERT series, I was making this video in NCERT class 8 chapter 1. The length was around 16 minutes. You may feel like, sir, why the length is so short? See the length of this chapter. 8-page chapter. So why this is 8-page chapter? You have to understand something. And before that, let me tell you something. See, NCERT is class 6 to class 12. For history, it is very important, guys. You know, especially for UPSC, prelims and mains, it gives you a lot of perspective. It builds your concept. So, and again, for other exams as well. So what I'm trying to tell you is, ideally, you should read these chapters. Each and every chapter, make some notes out of it, see what PYQs have been asked on them. But world is not ideal, right? So just before prelims, if let's say you have not made notes from these NCERTs, what you should do? See, class 6 NCERT is about ancient India, and class 7 is medieval, class 8 is modern. So you know yourself best, right? Whether you are weak in ancient or medieval or modern. So based on that, read these chapters. If you feel like you are very weak in medieval, read NCERT class history NCERT class 7 chapter minutely. And again, same goes for ancient and modern. So you know your weak areas, accordingly read them. But ideally, you should read all these chapters, make some notes, connect the dots, see what PYQs have been asked. Everything is very important, guys. Very, very important from both pre and mains perspective. So that's what I was telling my students also in this video. This video is basically telling you the introductory portion of modern India, how the classification is wrong by James Mill when he has divided the period into Hindu, Muslim and British period and all. Even this ancient, medieval and modern period is classification is not correct. And then we have talked about someone known as James Rennell, who is the father of Indian geography. We talked about that, why he's called as father of Indian geography, James Rennell, and then some other stuff also. Interesting chapter. So this guy is James Rennell. We talked about him. We talked about James Mill, who is the father of John Stuart Mill. Just like we have Tagore family in India, we have Mill family in Britain. And again, how we cannot fix dates to anything and everything. What is the issue when you're reading just about Governor General and Viceroys? Then we talked about first Governor General of Bengal, India, Viceroy, and PYQs asked on them. James Prinsep is also there in this chapter. He is James Mill, father of John Stuart Mill. And he wrote this book, History of British India, which is actually very important. They can ask you who wrote History of British India, because it classified Indian history into Hindu, Muslim and British period, which is such a wrong classification. That's what also we have discussed in this. Then we have talked about Orientalist, Anglicist, what is the basic difference, White Man's Burden, Rudyard Kipling, what he stated, what is the basic time period of ancient medieval and early medieval and modern period, why this classification is wrong, why we need to get away with it, why rather than modern India, we should call it colonial India, because modernity did not come. We became one of the richest countries. We became rather one of the poorest countries in the world. Awesome chapter, guys. Have a look at it. Small chapter will give you a lot of idea related to when New Delhi was built, when was it getting constructed, etc. Awesome chapter.